Welcome to this mini update, and as you can see, before I get started, I grew some hair. I'm not bald anymore. I don't have a bald head anymore. It's fun. This is not a small. This is not an update. This is just something to really talk about with the new user face. I didn't really catch from the other day that they showcased on their page, so I thought I'd talk about it in my own video to discuss the user face and how it looks. It's looking good. It's not just the user face that you can see on the picture that you guys will be able to check out, and I'm going to link you guys again so you guys don't have to save you guys some time. You can head over there and check it out, and you don't need a Facebook page or have some kind of official Facebook account to check out what was posted by these developers and how it's going, how the game is going, and what they've said recently over the past few days, weeks, months, or however. You can just scroll through all that for yourself on the mobile app if you guys want to. But it's not just the user face. It's a glimpse at a zoomed in version of the avatar. It looks really nice and it looks lively compared to what we look like right now. So I'm happy with that. I'm really liking how they're just talking about the game and sharing just so much updates with the game, just the progress. This is what I was talking about. This is what I like to see. Progress reports, constant progress reports, and then on top of that, in the comments, they're answering some of the questions and responding to some of the comments that people are posting, just to give us some kind of idea of how things are going, and just if you have some other questions, you can get answered right then and there in the comments. So still no release date, but I'm just gonna throw this out there before I even try to discuss this user base and compare it to this one really quickly for this video today. I'm gonna guess maybe around I'll do an April and May, maybe around that time frame. Maybe we'll see it by then. I don't know when we'll probably get it, but there's no release date. They're just trying to get everything polished and up and running as soon as possible and as best as they can. So we can't really, all we can do is be patient. We're rocking the jerseys, purple and gold all day. And I'm wearing this. I'm gonna keep wearing this too. Show some love. But that's my release date time frame now. I was gonna say later this year. I was originally saying that, but if everything else is going well with this kind of progress, with this current progress, it's probably gonna come out a little bit earlier. It's not gonna be a brand new game. It's just gonna be a different version of it. So just like these games that's being updated to season 2, for example, see how the applications change? I think that's going to happen to Nebula the same way, and we're just going to have several gigs to download to update our application, our current version of Nebula to the newest version, unless they put a different version on the store to download. I'm thinking maybe, but that's just a guess. But let's talk about the user interface, and just looking at it, we have 10 different icons. I'm gonna just double check it to make sure, and you guys can head over there and check it out for yourself. The new user base. You can't see it; they're not labeled. They're not labeled at all. You can just see the icons so far of what it looks like. Let's just count them: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 10 icons. And doing a quick comparison, let's open it up. Our menu when you hit the options button. Something else before I get into it, I hope that they be able to keep the chat. See how the chat goes away? I would like that to stay up so you can see if you're talking to your friends or your group, wherever you're in, or whoever you're on and hanging out with, the chat can stay up so you can keep up with everything that's been said. And if you miss out, you have to extend it. You have to extend the global chat to catch up and find that particular person's name to see what they said. Especially when it's busy like this, when a lot of people are just talking back and forth, you end up losing it. You're just losing track of what was said. So let's see how many icons we got now compared to this new version that's going to have 10 icons for the user face or user interface. It looks fresh too. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of these. And as you can see, just like I said, these are not even labeled. A player that'll come on here and you download this for the first time, they won't know what these icons do. They're just going to press any button on their controller. Just like I was saying in the tutorial, these need to be labeled. So now I hope they don't just come out with these icons on the user interface and just have them there when they're not labeled. So we have some kind of idea what we're getting to. Because all these icons that we have on our user face menu, when we press the options of the controller, the only option that's going to be maybe self-explanatory that anybody that come on a game, they'll think this is the microtransactions icon or just the shop, because you see a shopping cart right here. So they'll click it and they say, well, it takes me to the shop. So this is how I get access to clothes and all the stuff that you can get in the game if I want to buy something in the game, if they feel like it. But other than that, these other icons, they probably won't know. They'll probably figure this one out with the wrench and the hammer with the game settings, but they might think this is game settings. See, as it has a little gear, they won't know. So that's why I'm thinking I'm hoping that they label those icons that we have. So let's just go through each individual icon, just a guess of what they're gonna do. It has an exclamation point. I don't know what that could possibly be. This one, this icon that we have, it's above it. It's the same one. So this is probably gonna be the housing. It's right under it. It looks a little bit differently now. But the compass is like a compass icon. But the see how the compass is in the middle? It's cutting right through the circle now. It's splitting right through it. So this compass is the same, but they changed it's a little bit differently. They changed it. So that's going to be there. We got the shopping cart as our third icon. That's going to be the shop. That looks a little bit differently. And then it has a magnifying glass with a gear. So that's probably where if you're probably trying to search, maybe search particular things. I'm not sure what that's going to be as far as that goes. A magnifying glass with a gear. Maybe if you're probably trying to search through things. I don't know. Maybe that's a search icon to find particular players. I'm not sure. But the one under it for the fifth icon is this one. So this will probably be our friends. It's going to be like this. You'll see our Nebula friends, PSN friends, all that space users and whatnot. And then under it, it has two chat boxes. So you'll probably be able to maybe chat, do private chats that way. Or maybe you can open the chat that way. Open and close the global chat. We don't have that icon for this. So that's a brand new one. Then we got the home. It's a house icon. That looks like the personal spaces. So they're probably going to separate this navigation menu tab icon from the personal spaces. See? Because this house is the same. This will be personal spaces. So it's going to have its own icon like it is now. But it's just going to be listed on your user interface when you go to open it. Right under it is I would say it's like this one. I think this is going to be the wardrobe. Right under the house icon, I think that's going to be wardrobe. Then, the second to last icon is a trophy. It's a trophy icon. So maybe we're going to have trophies in this new game. That was one of the goals from a long while ago, a couple years ago. I would say 2 years ago. PSN trophies. I don't think that's needed in this game, personally. I don't. But I'll get them. I'll try to go for them if they are. I'm trying to get a couple trophies. But if you guys are trophy hunters and stuff like that, maybe that's something that you guys will want to do for this game if y'all want to. That's a trophy icon. And then the last icon is the wrench. It's the same as this one that we got right now. We don't even have a respawn button. The respawn button is gone. Maybe that's what the exclamation point is. That's the first icon. I'm not sure. But the last icon that you can see on their image is the wrench and the hammer. So that's going to be the game settings. The game options, sound and all that kind of stuff where you can adjust the name color, the gameplay, the chat and camera speed. So that's all their interface. That's everything from the icon. But they just, all the icons from the new fresh, they said new fresh user face. New and fresh user interface for the new version of Nebula. It looks good. It's looking really good so far. But I'm just hoping that they label it. Don't leave it just like it is. Let's keep the chat open and put some labels on it so people know what they're clicking on. And it'll be a lot more organized so players won't be lost. But I just thought I'd just share and just talk about it. It looks good. I'm just hoping that they really they label these icons, and as they continue to come out with more week after week, I'm liking that they're posting it earlier in the week instead of just waiting every Friday to hear from them. They're posting a little bit earlier in the week for progress reports on this new version of the game. And for Friday for Valentine's Day, that's coming soon. It's a few days away. I don't think they're going to add anything else. I think we got everything that we needed for this Valentine's event. So if y'all want to get something for some Valentine's outfits or something like that, some new pets, some love pets, if y'all want to, it's already on the shop. Unless they could probably slip something else in. But I highly doubt it. So I just wanted to talk about it in this video just to share my thoughts about it and just go through each one, just what I think it's gonna be for, or what it's gonna showcase and entail for each individual icon for this new user base. It looks a lot better. 10 different icons. It's a lot more organized, and all they just need is just labels. And then other than that, it'll be a lot better, I'm thinking, just for whenever they release it. So maybe we'll get it in April, maybe we'll get it around May, or maybe a little bit before summertime. We'll have to see how it goes. But hopefully they can keep up the good work. It's looking great. So you guys can check it out if you want to. I'm going to link you guys in the description for the image. I might even share it for this particular video when you guys go and check it out and watch. And let me know what you guys think. What you guys would like to see added, maybe to the user base or maybe for the user interface. Maybe they can probably have the players. It can tell you what space they're in. Maybe that's what that search icon could be for the magnifying glass. Searching up players, if you're looking for someone in particular, you can find them that way. So that's basically it for this user interface for this newest small little update of the progress for this new version of Nebula. It's looking good so far. So I hope that they continue to keep us updated as they go earlier in the week of just how everything's going.